We were doing third and fourth chapter of Nectar of Devotion. We'll continue from there. Okay, so this was the last topic we were discussing. Desires for Bhakti and Mukti, obstruct Bhakti. So, what all topics we have discussed till now, maybe devotees can share in this second wave, basically, where we started from the definition of sadhan bhakti. So, what all topics we have discussed? Can devotees share? This is topic 7, right? So, before this, 6 topics we have discussed. Yeah, somebody like to share?
My notes are at home because I'm attending from office, so I'm not able to recollect.
Somebody else?
Prabhuji, we discussed about qualification of a devotee for Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti. So, who are qualified to perform Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti? We discussed last time. This was one of the topic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can share, Prabhu.
What all topics we have discussed till now? Yeah.
Getting my voice?
What all topics we have discussed till now in the second wave?
The three adhikaris for Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, definition of Sadhana Uttam Bhakti, and desires for like Bhukti and Mukti obstruct Bhakti that we had to start in the probably today's discussion.
Yeah. Okay, very good. Yeah.
In the last class, we have discussed the three adhikaris of Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti that Uttam, we have understood that Uttam Adhikari, Kanishta Adhikari, and Madhyam Adhikari are not same as the one we discuss normally here. The context is of Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti in that, Uttam Adhikari is who is skillful in scripture and logic and is completely firm in his belief that whatever I do will help me to progress. And the main symptom that we have discussed, the difference between Uttam, Madhyam, and Kanishta is that if someone comes and argues with Uttam, he will not his determination will not go down. While in Madhyam Adhikari,
details not required, just topics.
Okay. This as far as I do remember, this Madhyam and Kanishta Adhikari we have discussed for different, and then you told that I think you have given the reference of Mahabharata.
Okay. Others can share. Yeah. What else we have discussed? I think main topics you told. Yeah. Anything remaining? Somebody can share. I think mostly this much we have discussed. Definition of sadhana bhakti, and then in that we have discussed there are 2 types: Vaidhi sadhana bhakti and Raganuga sadhana bhakti. And Vaidhi sadhana bhakti we discussed who are persons qualified. Correct. And 3 types of persons who are qualified we saw, and then after that Rupa Goswami told that desires for this bhukti and mukti are not good. They are like pisachi. They are like witch. Correct. So this was the verse we have seen last time. How can the happiness of bhakti arise in heart when the witch of desire for enjoyment and liberation remains there? Correct. This we have seen. Yeah. So now today is very short topic. This one is continuation of the last one, which Prabhupada takes in the 3rd chapter and then continues in the 4th chapter. We will see this. Okay. So of the 2, the bhukti and mukti desires, the desire for mukti is more detrimental. So what is the meaning of this word detrimental? What do you mean by this detrimental?
Creating resistance for doing. Not good actually. It will be an obstacle. Hello. Hello, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yeah, there was no voice, so I was just checking.
Hare Krishna.
I think Prabhuji has come.
So, sorry. Rupa Goswami continues discussion and he quotes many, many shlokas on this topic that how Mukti is more detrimental. So, few of them we have put here and we will see. Akamaha sarva kamo va moksha kama udaradhihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Yes, Yamuna Vilasru, please read translation.
The person desiring destruction of all desires, kama, the person with all desires, sarva kamova, and even the person with an intense desire for liberation, moksha kama, if he has good intelligence, udaradi, will worship the Supreme Lord, yajata purusham param, with pure bhakti, tivrena bhakti yogena.
Yeah, so here three types of people are mentioned. First is Akamaha, then second is Sarva Kamaha, and third type of person is Moksha Kama. Okay, all these three type of people, if they have Udaradhi, what is the meaning of Udaradhi? Good intelligence. Okay, they have good intelligence. What is the meaning of good intelligence? Okay, so good is very subjective word, right? For somebody good is bad, for somebody bad is good. Correct. Somebody if you give spicy food, then they will tell it is very good. And somebody it may not be good. So what do we mean by good? So we have understood that. Yeah, Yamuna Lasru, you want to say something?
No, no, like my
Hmm.
understanding of that good is the intelligence which is based on the scriptures.
Correct. Yeah, intelligence which is based on scriptures. Okay. Yeah. So here, because last time we discussed four types of Sukritinas, Artho, Jigyasu, Artharthi, Jnani. So they all approach the Lord. Correct. So we discussed that all those who are in problem or misery, they don't approach Lord. Only few of them approach. Why? Because they have Sukriti, Agyat Sukriti from past life. Similarly, this Udaradhi, because they are practicing this path of Bhakti Yoga. And what kind of Bhakti Yoga? Tivrena. Tivrena, Acharya explained means without the mixture of karma and without the mixture of jnana. Okay, jnana karmadi anavritam basically. So basically, Tivrena Bhakti Yoga means Uttama Bhakti. Okay. Yajeta Purusham Param. Purusham Param, who is the Purusham Param? He is Supreme Lord Vishnu or Krishna. Okay. So the person can approach Vishnu or Lord Krishna only by Agya Sukriti. So that Agya Sukriti is only mentioned here by the word Udar. Dhi means intelligence. Okay. Or last time we discussed about pious activities. What kind of pious activities? Those which are devotionally pious. Okay. That kind of activities only can lead one to devotional service or Shraddha in Bhakti. Okay. So now the point of this shloka is not about that this is about Agya Sukriti. The point of the shloka is about what? That Mukti is more detrimental. Means it's more harmful basically. Detrimental means harmful. More harmful for Bhakti. So we can see in this three category of people are mentioned. Akama, Prabhupada says that is referring to all the devotees actually. Those who don't have their own self-interest. Okay, so how is it translated? Person desiring destruction of all desires. Okay, devotees basically. Second is Sarvakam, those who have all kind of desires. All kinds of desire, material desires, all kind of desires they have, going to Swarga and everything. And then there is one more category told Mokshakam. That is person with an intense desire for liberation. Now, somebody may ask, there should be only two categories, right? No desire and all desires. Where this third category came from? Correct. One is without any desire. Second one is with all the desires. So does the liberation desire of liberation is not included in the second category? What do you all say? Should we not include the desire for liberation in Sarvakam, in the all desires? Any any intelligent person will think that desire for liberation also is a kind of desire, and let us include it in all the desires. Correct. So somebody would like to point out something in this. Why is it not included here in this?
Would all desires mean material desires? And liberation doesn't fall into really material desire.
Yeah, that also could be. Yeah, but Acharyas have not explained it in that way. That could be like that. But actually, yeah, liberation is not fully a spiritual desire as to say, in the sense that it is just mode of goodness. Liberation is in the mode of goodness, kind of Jnana Yoga is in mode of goodness. It is as it is uh, with due to bhakti, actually one gets liberation, which is spiritual. So yeah, yeah, okay. That is not the exact answer, but that is a good one. Yeah. Anybody else want to share? Okay, answer is there in the topic itself. What is the topic we are discussing? Mukti is more detrimental, right? So what Acharya has explained here is that the person desiring mukti, that is placed even after sarvakam. That means that desire is so difficult to overcome that it is not placed even in sarvakam. All desires in this material world can be given up. But this desire, once we have reached, once one has got the desire to get liberated, to overcome that desire is very, very difficult. So that's why it is put in a separate category. Okay. So what I will do, I will show you that verse here. Okay. And you can see what Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is writing. Very, very important. Yeah. Is the verse visible here? Are you
Yes,
able to see the
Prabhuji.
verse?
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
Okay. Yeah.
Gurudev.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Yamuna Vilaslu, could you please read this part which I am highlighting? Okay. Yeah. From here. From here you can just read. From
No-
beginning till
Yeah.
here.
Not
Yeah.
only those persons who have a desire to destroy all material desires should worship the Supreme Lord, but also those with all desires and those with no desire should worship Bhagwan. According to Sridhar Swami, a kama means a pure devotee. Jiva Goswami in his Sandarbha says that akama means a person whose only happiness is the happiness of the Supreme Lord. The word Sarvakama includes all desires in general. Moksha Kama is mentioned separately in order to cut down people's thought that they are without desire, since they desire liberation.
So the point made here is that mokshkam is also a type of desire, okay, where the desire is that one should become liberated. Okay, that is the point here mentioned. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, continue.
Or the word can indicate then the person desiring liberation is even more filled with desire than the person desiring material comforts, since it follows directly after the word sarvakama.
Yeah,
The
so
word
basically he is saying that the point of sarvakam is that okay, person is filled with all the types of desire. But this mokshkamna, this person desiring liberation, even more filled with the desire. Means this is very, very difficult desire to give up. That is the topic here. That the desire for mukti is very, 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 like you say the word sticky. Means it cannot be easily taken out. Okay. Yeah, please continue.
The word kama itself indicates a desire to destroy suffering and attain happiness. Those desires are shown to be stronger in the jnanis engaged in destroying the suffering of their samsara and anxious for the experience of the happiness of Brahman than in the karmis who desire to destroy temporary suffering and gain temporary happiness of Swarga by worshipping the Devatas.
Yeah. So basically, again, the point is that jnanis who are engaged in destroying suffering are more having that kind of desire, and they are more anxious. They are more, oriented towards their goal of liberation than the bhukti kamis oriented towards the goal of swarga and all. So going to swarga desire is not so intense, and it can be given up, and one can come to bhakti. Like all of us, before coming to bhakti, surely we had a lot of material desires also. Okay, and we have given up significantly. At least we have put them into the category of anartha. That yes, I have to give them up. But we were surely having a lot of material desire, or less or more, whatever. But most of us will not be having desire for liberation. That I want to get liberated, and then we came to bhakti. So there can be few people like last time we discussed four Kumaras. They were having desire for liberation, but they gave up that after smelling the aroma of tulsi from the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. So basically, the whole point is that the desire for mukti is even more difficult to give up than bhukti. Okay, that is the point. Yeah, so there are more than I think 20-25 proofs which are given by Rupa Goswami. I have taken only three of them. And Srila Prabhupada actually explains all of them in chapter 3 and chapter 4. Okay, he continues it in two chapters. It's very big. So he has split into two chapters. So you can refer to that. I have taken only three of them. Okay, so this is the second one. So here he is quoting from third canto, chapter 4, shloka number 15. Okay, so कोनो ईशते पाद सरोज भाजाम सुदुर्लभो अर्थेषु चतुर् चतुष्षु अपीह तथापि नाहं प्रवृणोमि भूमन् भवत्पदाम्भोज निषेवन उत्सुकः. Yes, please read Yamuna Vilas.
What among the four goals of Artha, Dharma, Kama, and Moksha, Kanu Arteshu Chatursha Apiha, is difficult to achieve, Sudurlabha, for one who worships your lotus feet, Te Pada Sharoj Bhajam, O Lord, Bhuman, I therefore, Tatapi, do not accept these things, Naham Pravrinomi, since I am enthusiastically engaged in serving your lotus feet. Bhavat Padam Bhoja Nisevena Utsuka.
Yeah, so now he is saying that third canto, fourth chapter. Okay, there are four goals as all of us know: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. That is difficult, he is saying, to achieve for one who does not worship. But for one who worships your lotus feet, it's very easy. Okay, that's a question mark. And this is a like question asked like we ask na, sometimes that is it difficult to go there? What we mean to say is actually we are giving answer that it's not difficult to go. Correct. So the question itself has an answer embedded in it. Like that, he is asking among the four goals, is it difficult to attain for those who are worshipping devotee, worshipping you, oh Lord? It's not difficult, basically, he's saying. Okay, that is the first line. And then he says, oh Lord, I therefore do not accept these things. Which one specifically we are discussing here is moksha. Okay, moksha is not accepted. By whom? Those who worship the Supreme Lord or devotees. Since I am enthusiastically engaged in serving of the lotus feet. So those who are engaged in serving, they never desire moksha. Okay. Yeah, and this third one, this is again from third canto, 29th chapter, Lord Kapila section. Salokya sarishti samipya sarupyam ekatvam api uta diyamanam na grihnanti vina mat sevanam janah. Yes, please read.
The devotees, Jana, do not accept Na Grinanti living on my planet, Salokya, having similar powers, Sarshti, staying close to me, Samipya, or having a similar form, Sarupya. What to speak of merging into me, Ekatvam Apyuta, when these things are offered, Diyamanam, unless it involves service to me, Vinamat Sevanam.
Yeah, so basically, he is praying that the devotees they do not accept these four types of liberation. What to speak of the fifth, which is merging into Supreme Lord, that surely they do not accept. Why they do not accept these things? Because of the absence of service. But we know devotees Narayana Parasarve Nakutaschana Vibhyati Swargapavarga Narkeshu Apitulya Artha Darshina. Wherever service is available, they can go. Okay, whether it is Swarga or Apavarga is liberation, that is Brahman. Okay, Swarga, Apavarga, Narkeshu, or even Narka. They can accept that place if there is service. But they will not accept any of these if there is no service. Okay. So this is the same verse which I told. So devotees solely engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Lord, Narayan, never fear any condition of life. For them, the heavenly planets, liberation, and the hellish planets are all the same. For such devotees are interested only in service of the Lord. So those who have actually the interest in service will never desire for bhukti and mukti. Okay, that is this topic. Now let's see what Srila Prabhupada is saying on this topic. Yes, please read.
A pure devotee never cares for liberation. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu prayed to Krishna, "My dear son of Nanda, I do not want any material happiness in the shape of many followers, nor immense opulence in wealth, nor any beautiful wife, nor do I want cessation from material existence. I may take birth many times, one after another, but what I pray from you is that my devotion unto you may always remain unflinching." The attention of a pure devotee is so much attracted to glorification of the Lord's pastimes, name, qualities, forms, etc., that the devotee does not care for mukti. Sri Bilvamangal Thakur has said, "If I am engaged in devotional service unto you, my dear Lord, then very easily can I perceive your presence everywhere. And as far as liberation is concerned, I think liberation stands at my door with folded hands waiting to serve me." To pure devotees, therefore, liberation and spiritual emancipation are not very important things.
Yeah. So basically, Prabhupada is saying the same point that devotees they do not take liberation very seriously. Okay, that will anyhow come as the byproduct of bhakti. Okay, that will be told later. That just like while cooking, the main attention is for making the offering for the Lord. But along with cooking, there will be always some. If the cooking is done with a wooden wood, then ashes will be produced. But the main attention is not on the ashes. So the ashes is like the liberation for devotees. That anyhow it comes by the process of serving the Lord. Okay, like that. So for liberation, it is said, so mukti mukulitanjalihi means she is standing with folded hands, waiting to serve me. Okay, like that. Bilwa Mandal Thakur, who is very great devotee, he was at the stage of bhava, and later he attained the level of prema. He is praying like this. Okay. So as we have discussed, this moksha lagutakrit is the quality or the speciality of devotional service, correct, which appears at the stage of bhava bhakti. Okay. Any questions till now? What we discussed? Yes, Yamuna Vilasru.
So, Prabhuji, this liberation which we are referring to, it's like impersonalist desire, right? Like who wants to merge into the Supreme Lord. Because
No.
liberation can also mean, right, getting out from the cycle of birth and death.
Yeah. All kinds of liberation are
Okay.
not desired by devotees. There you see the previous verse. Here we have told, no? Yeah, see here. The devotees do not accept Salokya, first type of liberation, living on my planet. Okay, Sarishti, Samipya, Sarupya, 4, as well as merging. This is surely not desired, which you are told. But other 4 also are not desired if there is no service. Okay, what is the meaning that their attention is not going to go back to Godhead? Their
Mm.
attention in bhakti is attaining Krishna Prema. What is the goal of practicing bhakti is attaining Krishna Prema. And whether the devotee will get liberated, more than us, Lord is mindful of that. That this devotee should come back to me as soon as possible. Our attention of practicing bhakti is not going back to Godhead like that. Okay. For us, service is important, and wherever that is available, we will do. That is the mood of a devotee. But when it comes, whether we will get liberated, why not? More than us, Lord is anxious to take us back to Godhead. But that is not the motive of our bhakti. Okay. That is the point here being told. Is it clear, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, Aruna Mataji.
Lovely. So what you just mentioned, according to that, I mean, if a desire, if a pure devotee doesn't even desire to go back to Godhead also, then but Prabhupada has mentioned this so many times in his books. So how should we take it then?
Sorry, I could not hear your question. Yes, some where I lost. If a pure devotee, you said something after that?
I'm saying what you just mentioned, according to that, a pure devotee is only interested in service to the Lord. He doesn't
Correct.
desire any kind of liberation. But then why Prabhupada has mentioned, I understand the point, but I'm just trying to understand why that with what intention Prabhupada has mentioned this statement so many times in most of his books that, one should always try to strive to go back to Godhead in this very life.
Hmm. Yeah. So that is surely there. We should try to go back to Godhead, and Prabhupada has told we will go back to Godhead if we do certain thing what we discussed last time, right? Now, uh, were you there last time when we discussed that prema is the qualification for going back to Godhead?
Yes, Sister Puja, I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. So, okay, that we have discussed that, okay. Until unless one has attained prema, he'll not be going back to Godhead. And Krishna prema is the goal of our life. That we understand, yeah. So now you are asking that why Prabhupada is mentioning again and again that we should go back to Godhead.
Yeah, if we are discussing this point here, that I mean, this could be maybe the intention of a devotee that he personally doesn't desire to go back.
Yeah.
Lekin then my point is, matlab for most of us, when we started bhakti, the motivating factor for doing bhakti was that
Mhm.
okay, now we will be free from this material world, from all kind of miseries, and we'll be going back to Godhead where there is no misery. And for this reason, even Krishna specifically mentions in Bhagavad Gita 15 chapter about his planet. Na yad gatvara navardante wala shloka, Prabhuji. Then how should we take it? I mean, if prema is the only thing, that this point should not have been mentioned, as we are only talking about pure devotional service. If Prabhupada is mentioning, even Prabhupada named his magazine as Back to Godhead. So somewhere we do develop that selfish desire that we want to go out from here. I mean, I felt maybe, at least I, about myself, that, I think that I want to reach to the level of pure devotional service, but maybe I'm desiring only going back to Godhead. Means a kind of liberation only then, na?
Yeah. Okay. Mati, that next topic which is coming, na, gradations of mukti, three types
Okay.
of devotees who desire different types of liberation. There Prabhupada will say, and even Rupa Goswami is saying that this desire for liberation, especially the first four type, is not very contradictory to bhakti. Okay, that statement will go nati viruddhate, he will say. That means it is little bit contradictory. In what sense? Anyabhilashita shunyam, if you remember, we discussed there. For the practitioners of pure devotional service, there are two types of anyabhilasha, bhukti and mukti. Correct. So if the person is practicing bhakti, whole and soul desire of having the goal of either having material enjoyment or spiritual emancipation, like liberation, then that is called anyabhilashita. Okay, anyabhilasha is there. But if he has a desire only of serving the Lord, and automatically as a byproduct, the four kinds of liberation is anyhow going to come. And even if in his corner of mind he keeps that, okay, just like you told in the beginning of that bhakti, and now also, some of us may have that, yeah, that we will get out of this material world and all this harassment of material world will not be there. Yeah, that is surely there. And even if it is there in the corner of mind while practicing bhakti, it's not too much against bhakti. That's what Rupa Goswami and Prabhupada both will say. It is little bit against bhakti. Okay, why? Because it has the potential to deviate us from bhakti's prime thing, that is Krishna Prem. Okay, so it will come, and even if your doubt is not clear, then after that we can discuss. But as you rightly mentioned, Prabhupada has named his magazine Back to Godhead, and many times he has told also Back to Godhead. That is surely for one of the purpose, as you told in the beginning, as we come into devotional service, we need some solace. But as we grow in bhakti, we should not just remain there. We should understand the prime thing in bhakti is to serve Krishna and to please him. Okay, Anukullena Krishna, that's we discussed, right? With a favorable mood, we should try to serve Krishna. That will include everything, and Krishna knows what is best for us more than we may think. Okay, so the devotee starts going to that phase and that level where he advances that, okay, serving Krishna is the highest. Wherever, whatever way he may want to keep me, that is his desire. Okay, he is my Lord. That's why I showed this next shloka. I had kept this shloka here, which Lord Shiva is saying that actually you see devotees wherever they may be, for them, heavenly planets, liberation, hellish planets, he is telling to Mother Parvati, that wherever they may be, they don't consider all these things are very important. For a devotee, even material world becomes a spiritual world when if he has Krishna Prem. Okay, so this designation that oh I am in material world, when I will go to a spiritual world can be remain can be there in the beginning of bhakti, where one may not have been advanced, and surely all of us have that. I cannot say I am also free, but once one has reached to that level, even bhava bhakti, prem bhakti, na, for them he can automatically think that yes, whether I am in material world, I can have the same experience because he can see the Lord constantly even in material world. He can interact with the Lord in the material world. So for him, it doesn't remain different. Okay. And for us, it will be very difficult to understand practically because, as we discussed, we have material senses. To understand spiritual topics will be quite difficult. Okay. Sevan mukhe jivado swayam avasfurati yada. Correct. We discussed last time. So, on its own, it has to manifest. So, that's what my short answer is. And we can discuss that topic. Even if you are not clear, we can discuss more. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you. Thank you for your question. Okay. So, we'll go to the next topic. That is, what are the different gradations in mukti? Okay, we understand that okay, liberation is not desired by devotees. Material pleasures are also not desired by devotees. Okay, then are there only pure devotees existing in this world, or there are other kinds of devotees who may have mixed desires? Like as we have discussed earlier, there are three types of devotees, right? In Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter, shloka number 16. You can go back and refer to that. Okay, we have discussed there are three types of devotees. Okay, one is Guni Bhut. Okay, in short, I will tell Guni Bhut. Okay, second one is Pradhani Bhut. Okay, and third was Kevala Bhakta. Okay, so Guni Bhut was who? Where there was a small element of bhakti and more of karma and jnana was there. Pradhani Bhut, who was that? That person was more of bhakti and small amount of karma or jnana was there. And Kevala Bhakta is what? Only bhakti. Okay, no karma, no jnana in his. And this is what we are talking about Uttama Bhakti in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Whole book describes about this Keval Bhakti. And when we sing also, Shri Guru Charana Padma, Kevala Bhakti Sadma. So Kevala Bhakti is this Bhakti, that is Uttama Bhakti, which we are asking Shri Guru. Okay. So now Guni Bhut, we have understood that they have lot of desire for going to Swarga or going to merge in Brahman. But they have a small element of bhakti which helps them attain their desire. This was the first. Second type of person was explained there, that Pradhanibhut Bhakta is that who has mainly bhakti in his practice, but little bit also is their desire for gaining material pleasures, and there is little bit desire maybe for gaining liberation. Okay. So these are the second. And third, we discussed he has only desire to serve the Lord, no desire for bhukti, no desire for mukti. Okay, so these three type of people attain different kinds of liberation as per their desire. Surely, as we have different desires, we have to attain different destinations, right? So now Rupa Goswami will describe that different people have different uh, attainments. Okay, so it's 55th shloka of the second wave. Atra tyajyo ukva मुक्ति पंचविधापि चेत् सालोक्यादिस्तथापि अत्र भक्त्या न अतिविरुध्यते. Yes, Aruna Mataji, please read.
Though the five types of mukti have been described as worthy of rejection, Salokya, Shastri, Samipya, and Sarupya are not so contradictory to bhakti.
Yeah. So he is saying, even though we have described Panchavidha, the five types of liberation, api, starting with Salokya Adi, okay, but atra bhaktya, for bhakti they are na ati viruddhyate. Ati means too much, viruddhyate means that which is having opposing tendency. It is not very much opposite, or it's not very contradictory, like that he's saying. Okay, why? Let us understand this from the commentary. Yes, Mataji, please read.
Though these four are not extremely contradictory to bhakti, they are contrary to a small degree since they are accomplished with some unfavorable attitude. If the devotee has a desire for these four, independent of the desire to please the Lord, then the bhakti is no longer an abhilashita shunya. The favorable portion in these four is caused by the acceptance of some bhakti.
Yeah. So see here, Jiva Goswami is explaining that these four, which four? Except Sayujya. Okay. Except Sayujya, other four are not extremely contradictory. Obviously, that means what Sayujya is?
Mukti.
Sayujya is very contradictory.
Merging in, yeah.
It's very contradictory. Okay. These four are not extremely contradictory, but Sayujya is extremely contradictory. That is the meaning. Okay. They are contrary to a small degree. Since they are accomplished with some unfavorable attitude. Okay. There should be anukulyan attitude, right? Favorable attitude. But what is that unfavorable attitude? That is this. Bhakti is no longer anya abhilashita shunya. Okay, it has a mixture of little bit desire for liberation or material comforts. Okay, so it doesn't remain kevala bhakti. It has a mixture. So it will be called as pradhani bhut bhakti. Okay, this is not kevala bhakti. So the favorable portion in these four is caused by the acceptance of some bhakti. So as I told you, right, there are two portions. One portion is bhakti portion, other one is karma and jnana. So this is unfavorable portion and this is a favorable portion. Okay. Yes, please continue. Okay, I will just read this and then सुख ऐश्वर्य उत्तरा सेव्यम सेयम प्रेम सेवोत्तरेत्यपि सालोक्यादिर्द्विधा तत्र नाद्या सेवाजुषामात्मता. Yes, please read.
There are two varieties of these four types of liberation. One, predominated by the desire for happiness and power, and the other, predominated by the desire for prema. The first variety is not accepted by those who are inclined to serve the Lord.
Yeah, so yeah, here are the two. First is what? Sukha Aishwarya Uttara. Means Sukha and Aishwarya is what is desired by this person. Okay. That is predominated by desire for happiness and Sukha and Aishwarya, power. Okay. Second kind of person is who? Prema Seva. He wants to do what? Prem Seva. Prem Seva he wants to do, predominated by that desire. But predominated also means that there is something else also in the back of the mind, right? Okay. So that small thing is that I want some happiness and power, but majorly I want Krishna Prem only. But I want to serve Krishna only, with prema only, but little bit I want comfortable place and with a happy situation around. I want to serve in that way only. That is his uh, back of the mind desire is there. Okay. The first variety where there is predominant desire only for Sukha and Aishwarya. This kind of person is who? Who is saying, see, the goal of life is to serve the Lord, right? I will do service. Okay. But I will do only if Lord is going to give me Sukha and Aishwarya. If he doesn't give me, I will not do. So basically, his goal of life is not Lord. His goal of life is Sukha and Aishwarya. Okay, I want to go to Vaikuntha. Why? Because there is Sukha and Aishwarya, there is happiness. There is no Kuntha, no unhappiness. So it's all happy. So I want to go to Vaikuntha. For that, what you want me to do? You want me to do bhakti? I will do. That is first type of person. Okay. Second type of person is what? No, no, no. I want to serve only the Lord. But if it is with little comfort and happiness, na, it will be best. That is second type of person. All I want to do is service, but with comfort and happiness. There should not be any discomfort. That is second type of person. And Kevala Bhakta, which is the next shloka which is going to come, he is, oh, my goal of life is only service to Lord. Whether you give me comfortable position or uncomfortable position, I am happy to serve always the Lord. Okay, wherever he keeps me, I will be there. That is Keval Bhakta. Okay, is it becoming clear? These three types. So I am saying this first one is the person who is Guni Bhut Bhakta. Okay. He has lot of desire for karma and jnana, but small desire for bhakti also. And the second type of person is like pradhani bhut. Okay. He is like, I want to do only service to Lord, but keep me in comfortable position and with happiness. No unhappiness should be there. Okay. That is his. And third will come later. We will see. Okay. Now this is the third one. किंतु प्रेमैक माधुर्य जुषा एकांतितो हरौ नैवांगिकुरुत्वे जातु मुक्तिं पंचविधामपि. But there are other kinds of devotees. Okay, please read the translation. Yeah.
But the devotees solely attached to the Lord who relish the sweetness of prema never accept the five types of liberation at all, even prema uttar.
Yeah. So this third type of person who is, as I told, the Keval Bhakta or the practitioners of Uttama Bhakti. Okay, he gets what only he wants prema. He gets that. Where will he get? Wherever the Lord wants him to be. If the Lord wants him to be in comfortable position, he will say okay. If the Lord wants him to be in uncomfortable position, he will say okay. Okay, this is the person who is Keval Bhakta. And what is Lord thinking from his side? Lord is thinking, oh, this devotee is very, very special to me. Okay, he is not caring about his situation, anything. So I will give him the highest of the comforts and highest of the happiness. Okay. So that's how the reciprocation is between Lord and the Keval Bhakta. Okay. Okay, now let's read here what Prabhupada will say. Yeah, please read, Mataji.
The other four liberations the other four liberations, although not desired by devotees, still are not against the devotional ideals. Some of the liberated persons who have achieved these four stages of liberation may also develop affection for Krishna and be promoted to the Goloka Vrindavan planet in the spiritual sky. So, those who are in the four liberated states may still be going through different stages of existence.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, so here Prabhupada is saying other four means what? Leave aside the merging in the Lord. Okay, that is very clear. Other four means the four apart from Sayujya. Although not desired by devotees, who are these devotees? These are not normal devotees, they are Kevala Bhaktas. Normal means I want to say devotees are normal only. Keval Bhakta, I want to say in the sense that they are not having any desire for Bhukti and Mukti. Okay. They are special devotees, let us say. These are special devotees. Okay. They are not, they don't desire anything which is of karma and jnana, that is Bhukti and Mukti. But there are other people who desire and they attain it also. That Prabhupada is saying here now. Some of the liberated persons, okay, who are these some of the liberated persons? They are Pradhanibhut or Gunibhut. Pradhanamit Bhakta or Gunibhut Bhakta, who have achieved the four stages of liberation, may also develop affection for Krishna and be promoted to the Golok Vrindavan planet in the spiritual sky. So these people who have gone to Vaikuntha from there can come to Goloka. When they will come? When they give up that small desire for Bhukti and Mukti. Then if they give up the desire, they can come to Golok Vrindavan, where who are residing? This Keval Bhakta. Okay, they reside in Goloka and also Vaikuntha. Okay, that they also reside in Vaikuntha. Okay, that we'll see later. But as of now, Prabhupada is mentioning only Goloka. So Prabhupada will say in the next shloka commentary, he will tell that these people who are in Goloka, they are the prominently the devotees of Govinda or the Supreme Lord Krishna. That will come in the next part. Okay, now one more paragraph. Yeah, please read.
In the beginning, they may want the opulences of Krishna, but at the mature stage, the dormant love for Krishna exhibited in Vrindavan becomes prominent in their hearts. As such, the pure devotees never accept the liberation of Sayujya to become one with the Supreme, though sometimes they may accept as favorable the other four liberated states.
Yeah, so what you were saying, Mataji, the same thing Prabhupada is writing in his statement that in the beginning, they may want this Sukha and Aishwarya and they may want to go back to Godhead. Okay, that desire may be there. But at the mature stage, okay, when one grows into devotional service and the devotional service becomes more solidified, more condensed, and he becomes well read in scriptures, and the more maturity comes basically, the dormant love for Krishna exhibited in Vrindavan. What is the love exhibited? What kind of love? Kevala. Kevala Bhakti. Okay, that will be exhibited, becomes prominent in their hearts. So for them, then the goal doesn't remain only to back to Godhead. Okay, it remains Krishna Prem. Okay, as such, the pure devotees are who? The Kevala Bhaktas never accept the liberation of Savijya to become one with the Supreme. Though sometimes they may accept as favorable the other four liberated states, and when they accept, they will be Pradhanibhut and Gunibhut Bhaktas. Okay, okay, yeah. Any questions on this topic?
Uh,
Yeah.
Prabhuji, actually, what I asked of my question was, I do have the understanding of these things because after hearing so many lectures and being practicing devotional service for so many years, I personally have this understanding that yes, Prabhupada actually wants us to reach to the level of Krishna Prema, basically where we do not even desire to go back to Godhead.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm asking this from the point that if somebody asks me, or even if I sometimes tell new people, or maybe some other devotees who are new in the bhakti, or maybe you can say who are junior to me. I should not be saying like that, but in
Yeah,
case
yeah,
if I'm
understood.
doing some service towards other devotees, they ask a question, then it comes that somewhere we are giving this kind of you can say um like to attract a child, we give him a chocolate. So similarly we generally tell people, oh, this place is, the purpose of life is to go back to Godhead and not be here. So we give them a kind of I mean, Hindi में if I say एक लालच देते हैं that you please come to bhakti because you will be getting free from all kind of miseries and you will be getting the chance to live with Krishna. So they
Hmm.
come into bhakti because of this thing, and even this question is asked so many times, and Prabhupada also said, to go back to Godhead it takes just 1 minute, and it is possible to go back to Godhead in this very life if we are sincere enough.
Hmm.
So this specific point is focused so much that sometimes jane and jane, knowingly unknowingly, we do develop this desire. Most of us develop this desire of just going back to Godhead. If somebody doesn't read NOD in so much depth, I don't know how many devotees do Bhakti Shastri. So somewhere, they are misled. That's what was my question. So
Hmm.
instead of, I mean, I don't know with what intention Prabhupada mentioned that the goal of life is actually prema bhakta, but yes, in so many places we read that we should strive to go back to Godhead in this very life.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I don't know ki
No, it's not
how to
wrong.
segregate.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you can tell, you can continue the same way as preaching to new people also. Prabhupada told like as per time, place, and circumstance, that is very important. If you read 1.4.1 Srimad Bhagavatam purport, first canto, fourth chapter, first purport, what is the definition of realization? Prabhupada says, as per the time, place, and circumstances, the preacher knows that what to speak so that they will be encouraged to accept the path of bhakti. Now, Prabhupada said to hippies that what is spiritual world? It is full of LSD. Now there is no Shastri definition like that. But is Prabhupada speaking something which is irrelevant? No, it is most relevant for them. So we have to also become mature in our understanding and our practice. At the same time, in preaching, we may not say immediately the highest thing to them. Like we don't say in the very first meet that you should give up onion, garlic, tea, coffee, chocolate, everything. No, they will gradually, as they first thing what it says is chant Hare Krishna. When they chant, they themselves get that determination and intelligence by Krishna that they give up all these things, okay, on their own. So we have to say what are the positives and keep inspiring them. And when they mature, as Prabhupada is writing here, in the beginning they may want, but as they mature, they will themselves understand and give that up. Okay, we don't have to do any extra endeavor. And in the same way, Prabhupada has encouraged those category of devotees in ISKCON also, those who may have that. And all of us in the beginning, we had this problem so much in the material world. We wanted to go back to Godhead. And now also when we are chanting, because we understand that is the key back to Godhead. So we will chant every day 16 rounds. Okay, but surely not me. I don't think that I will be chanting only with the desire that I want to please Krishna. Surely not. So it is there. But do we have that uh, desire to give up that kind of selfish attitude that I can do bhakti only in spiritual world? It may be there, yeah. And sometime when we become mature, we'll want to give up. That desire should be there that I want to become mature. Okay, that's what my understanding is. And we don't have to say everything in the beginning. Like somebody came to Prabhupada and asked, Prabhupada, you have mentioned in the Krishna book that how this whole Vrindavan Dham actually expands into in the Ras Leela when it happens, so many crores of gopis and so many cows and everything fit into Vrindavan Dham. It expands in the night and in the morning it again contracts. Like that, Prabhupada, you explained. How should I explain this concept to a newcomer? Prabhupada told, out of so many things which I have written in my book, you got only this point to be explained to the newcomer. So we have to understand what Prabhupada is trying to explain to which category of people. That should be our maturity also. We can see, we can hear Prabhupada lectures and see how he speaks to the new people, how he talks to the professors, how he talks to the scientists. So we can learn from that. And morning walks, what things he speaks to devotees. So different category of people, he will speak different things. And for hippies, he spoke that it's a ocean of LSD, the spiritual world. So we have to be mature in encouraging devotees. And when they become mature, they will themselves take up the bhakti more sincerely. And they may take up more sincerely than us also. So that's what I would say. Is it okay, Mate? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, maturity of the preacher would be to understand at what level they are and make them reach to the next step actually. That would, I would say, the maturity of the preacher would be that. Okay. Not to show them that if you are not at the highest platform, then you are not fit for bhakti. Not like that. Okay. If you're not chanting 16 rounds, then you cannot practice pure devotional service. No, Prabhupada never told like that. Okay, Prabhupada always encouraged. Okay, he told you chant 64 rounds, that they told no, then 32, no, then at least 16. Like that, Prabhupada actually brought down the whole standard. So I would not say brought down, but he accommodated the devotees. Yeah. Okay. No? So we have to also learn from them.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Okay. Okay, 1 minute. Whose hand is this? Okay. Prem Latik Mate, you wanted to ask something? Hand was up.
Yes,
Yes, Mate.
Prabhuji, actually, um, I mean, this is my viewpoint. I may be wrong, but see, bhakti begins by feeling some attraction towards the Lord. You
Hmm.
know, that attraction, I remember my early days when I used to visit the temple. For 10 to 15 minutes, I was just, you know, I used to just drinking the nectar of Radha Vrindavan Chandran. That's why how I came into bhakti. So
Hmm.
it was spontaneous for me that I was getting attracted to the form. And later, after 10 years, I still realized that those that attraction has now developed towards serving to the Lord.
Hmm.
Initially, it was attraction. Now it is to on the stage of at any cost, whatever services is being allotted to me. My
Hmm.
only aim is to be determined in my services. That's it.
Hmm.
Whatever is being asked me to do. So,
Hmm.
and that is one part. That is, I mean, I kept that simple thing that has brought me towards bhakti. Second is
Hmm.
Prabhuji. Bharat Maharaj was on a bhava stage, and he
Hmm.
fall down from that stage. From
Hmm.
that stage also he fall down.
Hmm.
So sadhaka like me, who is already very much fallen, how can I even think that I can reach to the prema bhakti?
Hmm.
I mean, it's okay going back to Godhead is our own. But sadhaka like me is so fallen. Our fall down happens so many times in a day also. And how can I think that I can reach to the bhava stage and prema stage? That is one part. And another part is, shall I keep it simple that not thinking of what stage and all that I am in? Just keep on serving, just go on reading. That is my question.
Yeah, Mate. Yeah. Yeah, let us try to keep it simple only. Yeah. Sorry if I make it complicated sometimes. But
No, 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 no. You are not making complicated. You are just elaborating the. See, this knowledge is also important. Now, what is being given by Rupa Goswami? That also is important for us. That we should study what are the
yeah.
different stages and all that. But sometimes I feel that, oh my God, it's so horrible. I'm not able to reach at that point. After seeing
Hmm.
the example of Bharat Maharaj, I'm taken
Hmm.
aback. So what I'm practicing myself, just keep it simple, just read it, just have chanting, nice association of devotee, eat prasad, and follow your whatever is
Yeah.
being prescribed to you.
Yeah. Yeah. So first thing what you mentioned, Mataji, regarding darshan and seva, that is very
Mm,
good actually. Yeah, very inspiring also. And yeah, yeah, Vindhan Chandra, all the lordships, they are very beautiful. Basically, whomever we serve, they become the most beautiful deities in the world. So if somebody is serving their respective deities become most beautiful, I want to say. So yeah, for us, Radha Vrindavan may be there. So that is very good. That more mature stage, surely that happens. That service becomes a more focus, and Lord is there, and we want to please the Lord. So I think somewhere I read to serve means to please. So to serve, what is that?
Is it love means
To
to
love
love
means
and
to serve,
service
and to
to
serve means to
please?
please. Somebody WhatsApp this is there. That is
I mean, this is His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj's
Radhanath
statement.
Maharaj. Yes.
statement. But yeah,
Yes.
just recently I read in somebody in of our WhatsApp group only somebody's this what do you say that statement tagline or something you call right.
Hmm.
Somebody has written this to I think Mataji only. To love means to serve and to serve means to please. Somebody has written. I don't remember. Yeah. So basically, yeah, that's very good actually. That much what Guru Maharaj is saying, Radhana Swami Maharaj. So yeah, that is what actually is the principle and the summum bonum of bhakti. That's very good what you told first point. Second, as you are saying that Bharat Maharaj also fell down. But if we read
Hmm.
that section, Prabhupada's purports, Prabhupada says that yeah, this is a uh, willful neglect kind of word he uses. Basically, what it means is that Lord wanted to show the devotees that if we are inattentive, then it can lead to fall down. But Bharat
Mhm.
Maharaj fall down was not ordinary fall down. He never forgot his past life in the next life.
Mhm.
And in that next life also, he never forgot what he has done mistake. So that's not ordinary. And second thing is, it's explained by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur that his prema increased 10,000 times in the body of deer than he was in the body of Bharat Maharaj. Why? Because that was extra mercy of the Lord. Lord wanted to show something externally to the world, but internally he did something very good. Same is the with Rashur also. He took up a demon's body, but his love increased. So externally it seems to us that he fell down, but actually there was no fall down internally. Okay, but externally we as sadhaka we should be careful and not be inattentive in bhakti. Yeah, that is a teaching what Prabhupada has said in the purport. And third point, as you mentioned, that we should keep it simple. Yeah. So last time I was trying to show a quote from Shivram Maharaj where he mentioned that see the goal of sadhana bhakti is bhava bhakti. The definition itself says that the goal of sadhana bhakti is bhava bhakti. So if we have that orientation and then that goal, then we'll surely attain bhava whether we have that goal or not. But it's good to understand that what is the next thing going to come. As I explained last time, that if the child knows that I want to become a doctor or engineer, he can have more focus and he can study better. Okay, and
Mhm.
it's good to know that what we should be avoiding in bhakti, like offenses. If we know that, okay, I should be avoiding this, because if we say that, let us keep it simple in the sense that we don't want to know what are the don'ts and what are the do's, then we may sometimes commit the mistake and do aparadha, and which may hinder our bhakti. So it's good to know some basic things in bhakti. Okay, and what are the do's and what are the don'ts, what we should avoid, how we should respect the Vaishnavas, and all these things we should know. We should understand that much at least in bhakti.
Thank you, Brahms.
Okay, Hare Krishna. Yes, Madhav Harinam Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So while hearing these discussions, one question arises that Prabhupada also tells like this: you chant 16 round, you follow four regulative principle, then I have a back door. I'll take you to back to Godhead. But while studying the scriptures, we see that also last time we discussed that the Krishna Prem is like the minimum qualification to reach back to Godhead.
Correct.
So does that mean that Krishna Prabhupada told that okay, you don't leave ISKCON and you chant 16 round at the end of your life, then you return back to Godhead. So still, if he's not qualified as mentioned in the scriptures, is it possible, or should we tell devotees to attract devotees to bhakti, or is it good, or how to say?
Yeah, I will show Projes from Shivram Swami Maharaj. He has answered this question. I'll show that you can read it. Okay. This is a book, Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani. Okay, where Shivram Maharaj has written that this topic he has told about. Mm, mm, Okay. See, this is the chapter project. Chapter 17 of Shuddha Bhakti Chintamani, removing unwanted habits. Okay. Topic is additional considerations regarding offenses. Okay. Yeah. Please read from your highlighted part. No, you are on mute. You are on mute.
Although our acharyas have given many guidelines on how to achieve perfection, devotees sometimes question the need to know and systematically apply these details of devotional service. Some devotees argue that a minimal effort to chant Hare Krishna will automatically bring them to the perfect stage without further effort or study.
Yeah. So what Maharaj is saying, kind of backdoor kind of thing, that I don't need to do that much effort. I don't need to study the scriptures nicely, and I don't need to attentively chant Hare Krishna. Prabhupada has promised that you just complete 70%, 60%, or he has told that you do whatever, I will take you back to Godhead in this very life. Like that kind of things devotees have told, and they think that I may do whatever little bit devotional service, and then I can go back to Godhead. Okay. So now Maharaj will say answer. Yeah.
This common misconception arises from a misreading of a phrase Srila Prabhupada often used, automatic advancement. He
Yeah, we
writes,
hear, right, that just we can do 16 rounds. As Prabhupada has told, just stand 16 rounds, follow 4 AOT principles, and do morning program, and we'll automatically advance and we'll go back to Godhead. Okay. So Prabhupada many times used this word, automatic advancement, what it means and for whom it is, he will say now. Yeah.
he writes, when a devotee revives his loving service to Supreme Personality of Godhead, it should be understood that he has been successful in achieving the desired goal of his life. At that time, everything is automatically done by the mercy of the holy name, and the devotee automatically advances in his spiritual progress.
Yeah, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 7.84 purport. Now, for whom he told, when a devotee revives his loving service to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay. So, what is the meaning of that? Maharaj will explain. Yes, please read.
To think the term automatic advancement means that the devotees need do nothing but mechanically follow the routine of devotional service. To achieve perfection is to ignore the teachings of Shastra, Guru, and Sadhu. Devotees who have been deluded like this ask, why should we know about anarthas, offenses, and the stages of devotion? Simply by chanting Hare Krishna, will automatically become lover of Krishna.
Hmm.
It is true that practicing devotee automatically, but only if they carefully follow the right process. We cannot make advancement by following the wrong process. To distinguish between the right and wrong path, devotees must know the do's and don'ts of Krishna consciousness. As already mentioned, devotees who neglect the science of devotion and who chant without trying to avoid offenses cannot advance. How then will they become lover of Krishna? Rather, Vaishnavas must carefully study the Bhakti scriptures, which provide the roadmap to perfection. They must know the right path, the detours, the pitfalls of their journey. If they do, no doubt, they will automatically make step-by-step progress, ascending systematically through the stages of devotional service.
Thank you, Priji. Yeah. So, basically, when we say 2 points Prabhupada has mentioned here, if you see carefully, one is about this automatic advancement point. So he told that will happen for those devotees who actually don't ignore the teachings of Shastra, Guru, and Sadhu, and they are careful in following their uh, 16 rounds chanting and the 480 principles and whatever. They are not careless in them. Okay, and They are aware about the anarthas and offenses stage of devotion. Okay. So that is one point. Okay, practicing devotee advance automatically, but only if they carefully follow the right process. So they should know what is right, what is wrong, do's and don'ts, basically, which we discussed already. And second point is that, which was told earlier. Okay. Yeah, minimal effort. Okay. So in that also, devotee argue that, okay, we will just do whatever is little bit I'm doing, and then Prabhupada will take me back to Godhead automatically or backdoor to Godhead. That is not possible. Okay, that is not possible because the prema is the minimum requirement to go back to Godhead. If we are aspiring, as we discussed last time, if we are having aspiration of Krishna prema, then that is what Krishna is saying. You attain Krishna prema and come back to me. That's what you desire. But if we want to have somewhere lesser goals, like Sukheshwar Uttara Mukti or Prem Se Uttara Mukti also we want, Krishna will tell, okay, whenever you are qualified, I'll take you. And there are also people who have chanted one holy name and got liberated. That is very much possible by holy name. Chant one holy name and get liberated. That is also possible. But why devotees are not getting liberated? We discussed last time because that is not what devotees want. They want a relationship with the Lord. They want to serve Krishna with prema. So Krishna says, okay, you want to have prema with me, you should have a relationship with me. What is your relationship with me? Are you wanting to serve me in Madhurya Ras? Are you wanting to serve me in Vatsalya Ras? Or you want to serve in Sakhya Ras? Or Dasya Ras? Or Shant Ras? Shant Ras not so much, but four of the main. That Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said that Shant Ras is excluded from this. So first four rasas, which rasa you want to serve me in? Krishna will ask. Then that we have not known, we don't have not found out. So then for that prema to appear, first we have to understand there is Sthai Bhav which comes. That is, Sthai Bhav means our permanent relationship with the Lord should be known. Until unless we know that, Krishna will say, you practice sadhana bhakti, get bhava bhakti, then get prema bhakti, then you come back to me. Okay, so that is the philosophy. Okay, but Prabhupada is saying that, okay, you can come back to me in one very life. That is very much possible if we have that intensity. And he said, not one life, 1 second is possible, like Katwang Maharaj, he told. But if we have that intensity, always Prabhupada writes, we have that sincerity and intensity, why not? We can go back before this life ends also. Okay, like that. So it is our intensity which matters, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu.
But at the same time, we should not take the statements of Prabhupada that I'll open the back door for you, and we may think that we can go back even if we have done only 50% of what we want. That may not be possible because we saw that from Bhagavatam. Okay, 5.5.6 we discussed last time. Srimad Bhagavatam 5.5.6 that shows clearly. Okay, seen that last time that therefore until one has love for Vasudev, who is none other than myself, he is certainly not delivered from having to accept a metal body again and again. Okay, so this is what is the basic philosophy which Lord Rishabdev is Lord himself is saying. Okay, until unless you attain prema for me. Okay, Pritir Nayavat Mai Vasudeve. Until unless you have Preeti for me, who is myself Vasudev, Na muchyate, you will not be delivered from what? Deha yoga, from your connection with the body. Tavat, till then. Okay, very simple Sanskrit, Hindi, we can understand. Okay, so Prabhupada is saying as far as we are sincere, we can go back to Godhead in this very life also. Okay, but we should not take it to that extreme that even if we have not completed our spiritual journey, we can go back to Godhead by Prabhupada's mercy. Yeah, that is not possible. Okay, Prabhupada is surely merciful. By his mercy only we'll go back to Godhead. By his mercy only we'll attain prema. But only if we attain prema, we can go back to Godhead. If that is our goal. If our goal is lesser than prema, if we say no, no, I want only to have sukha and aishwarya in the spiritual world, seva is there, I will do. If it is not there, no worries. Lord will think whom to get it done. We are having that attitude, then we can go back before also. Okay. Okay, we'll continue. The next topic. So this is NOD chapter 4. last part of that chapter. Okay, last 3 paragraphs actually. Prabhupada is put that last 2 paragraphs of that chapter we are discussing. Okay. Of the Prem Bhaktas, who are these Prem Bhaktas? These Prem Bhaktas are the devotees who are the Kevala Bhakta perfection they have reached. Kevala Bhakti, they have reached perfection. Okay, that last stage of Bhakti is Prema. Okay, among them also, the worshippers of Govinda are the best. Okay, so Rupa Goswami is saying, Tatrapi ekanti nam sreshtha Govinda hrita manasaha yesham shrisha prasadopi mano hartum na sakniyat. Okay, Madhav Harinam Prabhu, would you like to read?
Among the devotees who are dedicated solely to serving the Lord, Tatra api ekantina, the devotees whose hearts have been stolen by Govinda, Govinda Rita Manasaha, are the best, Srishta. Even the kindness of the Narayana or other forms of Krishna cannot steal their hearts, cannot
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, so basically, among the devotees who are dedicated to serving Lord Krishna only in Prema, okay, their hearts are stolen by Govinda. They are the best, Sreshtha. And even the kindness of Lord Narayana, who is the master of the Vaikuntha planet, or other forms of Krishna like Narsimha, Vamana, and others, they cannot steal their hearts. And few examples we saw last time, obviously, and now also Guru Goswami will quote. But few things we saw last time, that even the personalities who are attracted to other forms, they don't get attracted to Krishna also, because they have developed taste for that form. Like Murari Gupta, he was attracted to Lord Ram or Hanuman, so they are attracted to Lord Ram. So they will not give up that form. And even Nasimananda Brahmachari, attracted to Lord Nasimha. Correct. So they don't change their desired deity whom they want to serve. Okay. Similarly, those who are attracted to Krishna also will not. Yeah. Please read, Prabhuji.
Govinda here refers to Krishna, the Lord of Gokula. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. I repeatedly offer respects Namo Namaha to Krishna, the son of Vasudeva, Krishnaya Vasudevaya, who gave joy to Devaki, Devaki Nandanaya cha, who was the child of Nanda, Nanda Gopakumaraya, and the satisfier of the senses of the gopis, Govindaya. The word Srisa means the word Isa, the Lord Isa of the spiritual sky, Sri Narayana, also includes Krishna in his form as the Lord of Dwarka.
Yeah. So basically, what he is saying, that even the Lord of Dwarka, that Krishna, okay, that is not even able to attract the devotees who are loving Lord Krishna of Vraja. Okay, so Krishna, we may think sometimes, yeah, Vraja and Dwarka, they may be same. No, Vraja Krishna is different in the sense that he has different reciprocation with the devotees. Okay, there is no Aishwarya Bhav, there is no awe and reverence. But in Dwarka, there is a lot of awe and reverence. Okay, like that. Yeah, please, I will read this shloka then. Siddhantastu abhedepi Srisha Krishna Swarupayoho Rasena Utkrishyate Krishna Rupam Esha Rasa Sthitihi. Yeah, please read.
Though the forms of Vishnu and Krishna are not different, according to the statements of scriptures, Siddhanantastu Vede api Srisha Krishna Swarupayo. Krishna's form is shown to be the superior because of his rasas. Rasena Utkrishyate Krishna Rupam, which are endowed with the highest type of prema implied. The very nature of his rasas shows Krishna's form to be the superior. Esa rasa sthiti.
Yeah. So basically, now Rupa Goswami is saying that okay, there are two forms, that there is Vishnu and there is Krishna. Okay, they are non-different. How? According to Siddhanta. According to Siddhanta, according to the Tattva, Abheda. They are non-different. Who? Shrisha means Narayana and Krishna. Narayana includes what? Lord of Dwarka also. Previous slide we saw, correct? Dwarka as well as Lord of Vaikuntha. They are all included in Shrisha. But Krishna, who is Lord of the Vraja, they are non-different. He is saying according to Tattva. Okay, but Rasena, according to Rasa, Utkrishyate, there is higher. Who? Krishna Rupam is higher. Okay, according to Rasa Sthitihi, according to situations of the Rasa, he is saying that Lord Krishna is superior. Okay, what is the proof for this? Yeah, please read.
The queens, other than the principal 8 queens, who were satisfied with their relationship with Krishna,
Which Krishna?
descri-
This is Dwarka Krishna. Okay, queens
Hmm.
of Dwarka Krishna. Okay, yeah, continue.
describe the supreme attractiveness of Krishna's form during the pilgrimage to Kurukshetra. A saintly woman, O saintly woman, we do not desire dominion over the earth, the sovereignty of the King of Heaven, unlimited facility for enjoyment, mystic power, the position of the Lord Brahma, immortality, or even attainment of the kingdom of God.
Yeah, so there are 8 principal queens of Lord Krishna in Dwarka, we know, right? Okay, so they are satisfied with that Krishna's form with awe and reverence in their attitude. No problem. Okay, now there are this Pulinda woman, okay, who are uh, doing the, we can say, kind of request or prayers, okay, to the queens during the pilgrimage to Kurukshetra. Okay, so what they are saying, the first is they do not desire what? Dharma, artha, kama, moksha. They don't desire. That is first point. Now, yeah, continue.
We simply desire to carry on our heads the glorious dust of Lord Krishna's feet, enriched by the fragrance of kumkuma from his consort's bosom. We desire the same contact with the Supreme Lord's feet that the young woman of Braja, the aborigine Pulinda woman near the grass, and the cowherd boys tending the cows desire the touch of the dust.
Yeah, so they are telling about we desire the dust of the on our heads, okay, from the Lord Krishna's feet. Which Krishna's feet? That Krishna's feet, which is enriched by the fragrance of kumkuma of from his consort's bosom. Who are these people? They are the young women of Vraja. Okay, so they are Kahad girls. Okay, the Pulinda means Kahad women. Okay, that means gopis. Okay, they are indicating to whom? The gopis, and the gopis love the Vraj Krishna. Okay, that Krishna's feet, they want the dust on their heads. Okay, that is Shrimad Bhagavatam 10th canto. He is describing. Yes. Now,
The scriptures describe the desire of Lakshmi, most famous among women, but even she was not qualified according to Kalia's wives. O Lord, we do not know how the serpent Kalia has attained this great opportunity of being touched by the dust of your lotus feet. For this end, the goddess of fortune performed austerities for centuries, giving up all other desires and taking austere vows.
yeah. So Mother Lakshmi, who is the uh, consort of Lord Vishnu, Lord Narayana of Vaikuntha, she was attracted to form of Krishna. Okay, so we know that she performed austerities, but she could not enter the rasa dance. So what is Rupa Goswami trying to say? Basically, Jiva Goswami writing commentary. Rupa Goswami was saying that Lord Krishna's form, those who are attracted, that form is higher. Correct, correct. Rasena utkrishyate Krishna. Esa rasa sthitihi. That in Krishna, the rasa is established higher to the higher degree compared to Lord Vishnu or Lord Narayana, even the Lord of Vaikuntha. Sorry, even the Lord of Dwarka. Okay, so we can see here Lakshmi ji gets attracted to the Lord Krishna's form, which is in Vrindavan, which is without awe and reverence. So he is giving such proofs. Okay, there is another proof from Uddhava also. Okay, we will not read. Okay, yeah, let's read Prabhupada's. Yeah, please read.
Out of many kinds of devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the one who is attracted to the original form of the Lord Krishna in Vrindavan is considered to be the foremost, the first class devotee. Such a devotee is never attracted by the opulences of Vaikuntha or even of Dwarka, the royal city where Krishna ruled. Then the conclusions of Sri Rupa Goswami is that the devotees who are attracted by the pastimes of the Lord in Gokula or Vrindavana are the topmost devotees.
Hmm. So that's how Prabhupada is concluding, according to Rupa Goswami, that one which is who is a devotee of Lord Krishna in Vraja without awe and reverence. Okay, for him, he is not attracted even by the pastimes of Lord in Dwarka or Vaikuntha. Okay. Why? Because they are tasting the highest rasa with Lord Shri Krishna in Gokula or Lord Govinda, as he said in the topic. Okay. Yeah, please read.
A devotee who is attached to a particular form of the Lord does not wish to redirect his devotion to other forms. For example, Hanuman, the devotee of the Lord Ramchandra, knew that there is no difference between Lord Ramchandra and Lord Narayana, and yet he still wanted to render service only unto Lord Ramchandra. That is due to the specific attraction of a particular devotee.
Yeah. So as we discussed, Murari Gupta example or Hanuman. So they have already developed attraction for one form of Lord, which they will not change. Okay. And as such, we have Prabhupada is saying that later also it will come. So Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami will write in the commentary that this section, even though it is for Siddhas, for perfected devotees, but it is placed here to attract the like-minded devotees to the form of Gokula, Lord Krishna in Gokula or Lord of Vraja. Okay, so attract the minds of devotees so that they can become the devotees of Lord Krishna in Vraja, like that. Yeah, please continue.
There are many forms of the Lord, but Krishna is still the original form. Though all of the devotees of the different forms of the Lord are in the same category, still it is said that those who are devotees of Lord Krishna are the topmost in the list of all devotees.
Yeah. So if you see the shloka which was quoted is go back to the shloka. So that shloka is the proof that yes, here. See the shloka. Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya. Just 1 minute. Yeah. So this shloka which is there, Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Nanda Gop Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namah. When Vishwanath Chakravarti explains this shloka, na, he says that there are gradations of devotees mentioned here in increasing level of rasa. So Krishnaya Vasudeva. So first is the Vasudev, who is the father of Lord Krishna, situated in Mathura. Okay. So his Vatsalya is lesser compared to the mother Devaki. Okay. So first is Vasudeva. Then higher than him is Mother Devaki in Vatsalya Ras. And then higher than him, higher than her is Nanda. Okay, Nanda Maharaj. Okay, that is Vatsalya of Nand Maharaj is higher than Mother Devaki or Vasudev. Vasudev. And then he is saying that Govindaya, Namo Namaha. This is fourth category of devotee who worship the Lord as Govinda. Who are they? So he explains that when this Govardhan Leela happened, when the Lord received this name Govinda, is when Govardhan Leela happened actually, and then he was given this name Govinda. Lord Indra came with Aravat and then did the Abhishek. And all the court boys and everybody gave the name to the Lord Govinda. And what was the age at that time? It was around 7 years. He was entering the Kaishora age. Okay. So it is mentioned the devotees who are the, we can say, who relate the most to the Kaishora age are the gopis, Vraj gopis. Okay, as the Lord enters the Kaishora age, the gopis are the devotees who are most relevant to that form, to that age. Okay, so that's why here it's mentioned that the fourth level or category of devotees are the gopis. This is explained by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in the commentary that they are highest among all the category of devotees. That's why this shloka has been quoted by Jiva Goswami in this whole commentary to show that the gopis are highest. Okay, so here you can say Govinda is the satisfier of the gopis. Okay, so that is the topic, that the worshipper of Govinda are highest, and Prabhupada has also concluded with the same in the words of Srila Rupa Goswami. Okay. Okay, any question on this topic? Yes, Mother and Amru.
So we can see that all devotees are special, and what is
Mm.
still Krishna's devotees are topmost. So how can we relate it? Still there is gradation. And somebody asked me that we say that Vaishnavanam Yatha Sambho, among all the devotees, Lord Shiva is supreme, but
Mm.
still in Goloka Vrindavan, the Mother Yashoda is considered topmost. So how to see why Lord Shiva is told that Vaishnavanam Yatha Sambho? Then this type of question comes. It's very difficult to answer that the all forms of Krishna is identical, but still Krishna's devotees are topmost. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has discussion with Venkat Bhatta. Krishna is topmost than um, Narayana.
Mm.
How to convince, how to know this?
Yeah, that same thing we can say as here it was quoted, na? Mother Lakshmi also is attracted to Krishna of Vrindavan. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu with Venkat Bhatta discusses the same pastime. He tells that you answer me, you are saying you are worshipper of Lord Narayan. You tell me why did Mother Lakshmi, being a very, very chaste lady, leave her husband and go to Krishna? And that's what he asked. So Venkat Bhatt, he told, oh Lord, you know everything and you are telling like this. So basically he could not answer, but Lord gave the message that no problem. You are attracted to Lord Narayana form, very good. But Lord Krishna's form is highest. Okay, and Lord Krishna's devotees we have never seen getting attracted to Narayan. That was also one of the point. You can see whole scriptures anywhere. We will not see them getting attracted to Lord Narayan. How we know? There is one pastime also in Vrindavan, Paita, where all the gopis are searching for Krishna, and Krishna is standing in the form of Lord Narayan with four hands. He accepted the form of Lord Narayan there. And then all the gopis came and they saw Lord Narayan. They paid obeisances to him. And they asked, oh Lord, you are knower of everything. Please tell us where is our Krishna. So that's how they deal with Lord Narayan. They are only interested in Krishna. They are not attracted to Lord Narayan. And there are so many other proofs also given, even Sakhyaras devotee like Arjuna. And even yeah, so when they see Lord Krishna's form in Vrindavan, in Akrura also, so those who are seeing Vrindavan, they see that these are higher devotee. Uddhava also, that example came, we did not discuss here. But when he comes to Vrindavan, he very clearly says how the gopis are the highest of the devotees. Okay. So from scriptures, it is very clear that Lord Krishna's devotees don't get attracted to anybody else, but all others get attracted to Lord Krishna's devotees and Lord Krishna in Vrindavan. Okay. Now, as such, when you are saying Vaishnavanam Yatha Sambhu, and then we are saying gopis are highest, we have to understand that in general, when the philosophy is told, okay, for whom we are telling, if we are telling only to core group of Gaudiya Vaishnavas, then we have to understand that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what he came to give was Vraj Bhakti. Okay. So Adi Leela, we can see Chaitanya Charitamrita 1.4.15.16. Okay, so that there he says that प्रेम रस निर्यास करिते आस्वादन राग मार्ग भक्ति लोके करिते प्रचारण. For two purposes Lord Chaitanya came. One is to himself taste the Lord Krishna's prema, and second is rag marg bhakti loke karite pracharan, to propagate this rag marg, and that is the marg one can take and go back to Godhead, basically in Golok Vrindavan. And if one takes up to Vaidhi marg, he will go to Vaikunta. That is clear. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes with this purpose, if we are talking to devotees who are having this goal, what Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give, core devotees. And Srila Prabhupada summarizes Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's mission in one paragraph in Srimad Bhagavatam introduction. He says that one shloka he quotes from Srinath Chakravarti. He says that Aradhya Bhagwan Vrajestanaya Tadhama Vrindavanam Ramya Kachid Upasana Vrajvadhu Vargena Ya Kalpita. Okay. And then he says
Srimad Bhagavatam
Srimad
Pramanam
Bhagavatam, Pramanam Amalam,
Prema
Prema
Pumartam.
Pumarto Mahan, correct. And Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Matamidam Tatra Adarana Para. So five things he is saying in that shloka is the summary of the whole Chaitanya Mahaprabhu movement. Aradhya Bhagwan Vrajestanaya, who is the son of the Vrajesha. Vraja Isha is Nanda Maharaj. Son of Nanda Maharaj is Krishna of Vraja. So Aradhya Bhagwan is that person of Gaudiya Vaishnavas. That Dham Vrindavanam. And what is their worshipable place is Vrindavan. Okay. And Ramya Kachid Upasana Vrajvadhu. What kind of Upasana they do? That Vrajvadhu, that gopis, what kind of Upasana they do in Madhuri Ras. That is our goal. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam. And what is the Pramana, or what is the highest proof for that for us? That the scripture where we focus most is Srimad Bhagavatam. Why? Because it is the 10th canto where the whole rasa is described about Madhurya Leelas. Srimad Bhagavatam Pramanamulam Prema Pumarthamahan, and the Dharmartha Kama Moksha is lower, inferior compared to Prema, which is the highest goal of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. So if somebody accepted these five things in their life, na, for them we should clearly say that gopis are the highest. But somebody who is in general trying to become a devotee, okay, for them we can say Vaishnavanam Yatha Sambhu means Lord Shiva is highest, and Shiva also, when we see, he meditates on Lord Krishna only, correct? And many of the pastimes are there which we can see, and he glorifies so much Lord Narayana and Lord Krishna in fourth canto while talking to the 10 prachetas, all that. So these are the things, Prabhuji, which will come later in the stages of bhakti when the devotee inquires more that who is Krishna's form and why Krishna's devotee are highest. When he inquires, then we can tell. But in general, when it is there, so yeah, Vaishnavanam, Yatha Sambhu, among all the Vaishnavas, Lord Shiva is highest. But when he later understands, okay, Brihad Bhagavatamrita, Sanatana Goswami has described that Lord Shiva himself is telling that greater than me, there is Pandavas, and Pandavas saying greater than us is Hanuman, Hanuman is saying greater than me is such and such devotees, like that. So gradation is there. And then all of them will say, yes, greater than all of us is Gopis. Then Brihad Bhagavatamrita concludes with that. Gopis are the highest. Okay. So this is how we don't have to uh, give the answer in such a way that because sometimes no, there are people who are attracted more to a Shiva's form, and then we try to defeat them by saying no, Krishna is highest. Then it goes in another direction. They will not become devotees anytime. Okay, so we should try to present a philosophy in such a way that they don't feel unfavorable impression from our side. Okay, so we can learn from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu how he dealt with Prakashanand Saraswati. He very very much Sarvam Bhattacharya also very much defeated them, but never humiliated them, never allowed his followers to laugh at them. Okay, so we can see how the person deals with the philosophy. Prabhupada also, how he defeated the philosophy, but never criticized the person who was follower of that philosophy. So that's how we have to also create. We have to very maturely and sensitively handle that person. Okay, if he's not ready for something, we should not force it. We should give him whatever is there. Like we may have the salt box on the table, and we need some amount of salt in our prasad. But if it is filled with salt, we just don't pour the whole thing in the plate. How much is needed, we put that much only. So how much, according to your understanding, that devotee or that person is interested, we give him answer to that level only. We may be full of salt. We don't give everything to him. He will not be able to eat anything. Okay, Napraji.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Okay. So we'll go to the next topic, the purity of devotional service. Okay. So this is chapter 5 of Nectar of Devotion. Okay. So the topic 10 is there is no material disqualification for practice of bhakti. Okay. What is the qualification of a practice of bhakti that we discussed? That adhikari. Who is adhikari? यह केनापि अति भाग्येन जात श्रद्धस्तु यह पुमान ना निर्विन्नो ना अतिसक्तो भागस्याम अधिकारी असौ. Who is adhikari is three things should be there. Spiritual qualification was what? He should have faith. यह केनापि अति भाग्येन जात श्रद्धो. Shraddha he should have developed. Na nirvinno, not too detached. And third was not too attached. Na atisakto. Okay, so these three qualifications are there, spiritual qualifications. He can practice bhakti, but there is no material disqualification. He can be a poor person, he can be a Shudra, he can be a Brahmana, anyone. They are all accepted in path of bhakti, like hippies. They all could practice bhakti. All means those who had these three things, okay, they could practice bhakti. Yeah. So now here Rupa Goswami is saying, शास्त्र शास्त्रतः श्रूयते भक्तौ नृमात्रस्य अधिकारिता सर्वाधिकारितां माघ स्नानस्य ब्रुवता यतः दृष्टान्तितावशिष्ठेन हरिभक्तिर्नृपं प्रति. Okay, somebody else can read translation. Okay, Dipali Mataji, could you read?
Yes, Lord. The scriptures say that any human being is qualified for bhakti, just as everyone is qualified to take a bath during the month of Magh. Vashishta, while speaking to the king, has given that example concerning devotion to the Lord.
Correct. So Rupa Goswami is quoting that Vasishtha Muni. He has given this example. What is the example? Just as everyone is qualified to take a bath during the month of Magh, like now also Kumbh Mela is going on. So there is no restriction. Okay, anybody can come. I even heard that some Muslims also they are going and taking bath. So all are allowed to take bath in Kumbh Mela. Obviously, there is some management and there is some rush and all, but there is no disqualification in going and taking a bath. Similarly, he is quoting Vasishtha that just like everybody can take a bath, similarly, everybody can accept devotional service. There is no material disqualifications. Okay, yeah, please read.
And there is no material disqualification for practice of bhakti. From what has been previously said, it should be concluded that those who possess faith, Jata Shraddha Mat Kathadhav, are devoid of desires for material enjoyment and liberation, are qualified for pure bhakti. This is certainly applicable to the three upper castes without distinction. But what about others?
Yeah. So basically, even though it is said there is no qualification, but what it means is there is no material disqualification. Spiritual qualification is needed. What is spiritual qualification? First was faith should be there. Second one, they should be devoid of desire for enjoyment, mukti. And third was desire for mukti. They should have given up all these three. Then they can accept pure bhakti. Yeah. Okay. This verse says all persons are eligible. Yeah. Now there is one more proof given from Padma Puran, Kashi Khanda. Antyaja api tadrashtre चक्रांकधारिणः संप्राप्य वैष्णवीं दीक्षां दीक्षिता इव संभवुः. Yeah, please read.
In that country, even the outcasts receiving Vaishnava initiation, wearing the marks of the conch and disc, shine like sacrificial priests.
Yeah, so he is quoting one uh, Padma Puran quotation that in that country, even outcasts means Antyaja means even those who are lower than Shudra, they receive Vaishnava initiation. What is the meaning of this? They are also able to become qualified for becoming Vaishnavas. Okay, that means there is no material disqualification. Materially, one may be anywhere, but he can accept bhakti path if he has faith. Okay, that is the point. Yeah, please read.
In the Middle Ages, after the disappearance of Lord Chaitanya's great associate Lord Nityananda, a class of priestly persons claimed to be the descendants of Nityananda, calling themselves the Goswami caste. They further claimed that the practice and spreading of devotional service belonged only to their particular class, which was known as Nityananda Vamshi. In this way, they exercised their artificial power for some time until Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, the powerful Acharya of Gaudiya Vaishnava Sampradaya, completely smashed their idea.
Yeah, so basically, Prabhupada is saying that it's not that only one particular caste or particular family can say that we are only qualified to practice bhakti, all others should not be practicing bhakti. This idea is not right. Yeah, continue.
But on this topic, there was a great hard struggle for some time. But it has turned out successfully, and it is now correctly and practically established that devotional service is not restricted to a particular class of men. Besides that, anyone who is engaged in devotional service is already at the status of being a high class Brahman. So, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's struggle for this movement has come out successful.
Yeah, what he means is that we are even able to preach in Western world, that we are even able to preach to the hippies and all kinds of people. Okay, and they are able to become devotees by the struggle of Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. Yeah, yeah, continue.
On the basis of his position that anyone can now become a Gaudiya Vaishnava from any part of the world or any part of the universe. Anyone who is a pure Vaishnava is situated transcendentally and therefore the highest qualification in the material world, namely to be in the mode of goodness, has already been achieved by such a person. Our Krishna consciousness movement in the Western world is based on the above mentioned proposition of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada, our spiritual master.
Yeah.
On his authority, we are claiming members from all sections of the Western countries. The so called Brahmanas claim that one who is not born into a Brahman family cannot receive the sacred thread and cannot become a high grade Vaishnava. But we do not accept such a theory because it is not supported by Rupa Goswami nor by the strength of the various scriptures.
Yeah. So Prabhupada is saying that what they are claiming, that particular caste or particular family only should practice bhakti, that is not right because it is not supported by various scriptures. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Any questions on what we discussed till now in the previous topic? Let me just see how much is this topic. If small topic, we will take. Okay, yeah. So what I will do, I'll just introduce this topic and then we'll continue tomorrow. Okay, so there are 3 slides. Yeah. So now we have understood till now that that there are people who are qualified for bhakti. 3 types of people, 3 adhikaris are there: Uttam adhikari, Madhyamadhikari and Kanishtadhikari. Uttamadhikari is very well read in scriptures. He has good Shastri Yukti and he has very strong faith. Madhyamadhikari has very strong faith but may not be so much well read, and he may not be able to answer every opposing question. Okay, but he doesn't shake in his faith. But there is Kanishtadhikari or with Komal Shraddha, whose faith is not very, very strong. It's weak faith, but it is pure faith. Okay, and then it is said that that person can be shaken, but he will again come back to bhakti. He doesn't give up bhakti. Okay, so now if there are these three type of people who are qualified for bhakti, what is expected from them? Correct. As soon as we become qualified for something, we are expected to do something, right? Okay. So what is the duties expected? What they should be doing and what should they not be doing? Okay. If they are qualified for Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, practitioner of okay, Vaidhi Sadhana Bhakti, basically Sadhana Bhakti or Raganuga Bhakti, both are under the Sadhana Bhakti. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Deepali Matri, please continue.
It has been established that bhakti should be without other desires, anya bilashita shunyam. It has also been shown that all humans, regardless of social position, are qualified for this type of bhakti. But isn't there a problem with this?
Yeah, so two things we have seen. First is the people should be with Anya Vilashita Shunyam, okay, without any other ulterior desires than to serve Krishna and please Krishna. And second part we have also shown just now that without the regardless of social position, everybody is qualified for this type of bhakti. So now what is the problem with this which could happen? Yeah, please read.
If all people who are qualified for bhakti start neglecting varnashrama duties, then isn't it sinful? If they do not perform their prescribed duties and they simply perform bhakti, all people will be engaging in sinful activities.
Correct. If all these people are becoming devotees, then what will happen? They will be giving up their prescribed duties. So will it not be considered a sinful activity? Yeah.
That being the case, how can they become pure if they are sinful? Should they perform some kind of atonements? Let's
Yeah. So this, what should we do if the person is becoming devotee and he has given up his duties of Varna and Ashrama? What should he do? Should he do some atonement? So that we will see tomorrow. Okay. Okay. So tomorrow, I think